Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Chemda, I see here Roberta says they're ready. Well, then I'm ready. I sent Chemda the show notes for today, some topics I picked out, and the what the fuck look on your face at what we're going to talk about today. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Oh, you find the weirdest news.
Let's get right to it. This is news that at first I didn't know if I was being tricked, because ever since Elon Musk on Twitter said, you know what, I'm going to allow parody accounts. There's been so many parody accounts, and there might be like a Republican rating that he's standing up against the feminist M&Ms, but this guy turns out he was joking. But this is something that's happening. So it was hard for me to know if this is true, but it looks like it is, that MAGA Republicans on Capitol Hill, a couple of them are replacing where they normally have the American flag lapel, the pin, with AK-47 pins.
Oh, boy.
You're on Capitol Hill, you're in Congress, and the pin is an AR-15, is what I mean. The pin is an AR-15 that they're either putting on their dress or their suit jacket. This is insane.
It's such coordination. You know, I often wonder, like, the coordination of outer stuff, like how gangs match.
Right.
You know, like they had to have that conversation. They're like, we're fucking going to beat the shit out of everyone wearing, hold on, what's a color palette?
When
You know
you're
what I
a
mean?
jet, you're always a jet. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm picturing the coordination. You know what we should do? American flag is practically a gun. It's synonymous.
Right.
Light bulb.
Representative Anna Paulina Luna, Republican from Florida. George Santos, the chronic liar Republican from New York, is also wearing the pin.
Are
And
they
U.S.
going
Representative,
like, not you?
what's that?
Are they like, not you?
Right.
You do your
Well,
own
he's
thing.
just he can say he never did it. He's like, but if I did, then the pin was my mom's Jewish pin from the Holocaust. And also U.S. Representative Andrew Clyde, a Republican from Georgia. It just get a pin that has a middle finger.
But a middle finger can't shoot you, Keith.
An AR-15 pin, because you don't think that these school shootings should change the Second Amendment.
You know what you should look into? Were those pins made in China? Because they usually are.
Right.
So I think that's the important question here.
Is
Yeah,
this
that's
beyond to
real.
you?
You know what? Don't wear a tie and an AK-47 or whatever the fuck gun. Don't wear a tie and then a rebellion piece on top of it. That's just a little too awkward.
I worked at a restaurant. I shaved my head. The owner was upset I shaved my head. But in Congress, you can wear an AR-15 pin. I never know what is too much in this country. I've mentioned this many times, but when I saw in real time the Capitol insurrection, to me, I was like, is anybody going to think this is a big deal? And when they did, even right-wing shows, because it was live and we see it happening in real time, they can't hide it then. They can change the facts later. They can't hide it then. When they were saying this is disgusting, I'm like, thank God, because I really don't know anymore what is too much for people.
Yeah. Also, did you catch me saying AR-57? Oh, Chemda,
If
catch
she
up.
doesn't even know the number, how would she know if kids should die or not? That goes to show you.
Ignorance.
Yeah. By the way, George Santos says he is done lying. He swears it.
Ooh, I like that. That's like when your ex tries to get you back because the new stitch isn't working so well. You know what? How about starting now? I'm a good person.
Right.
How about now? Okay, not that. That doesn't count. How about now?
George Santos, of course, said his relatives died in the Holocaust. They didn't. They were in Brazil just fine. He said he's Jewish. I'm not joking when I say this. They said, we looked this up and you're not Jewish. And he says, Jewish, that of age. I studied it once. This is true. This is absolutely true. He said his mom died in 9/11. His mom died years before that. His mom was in the tower. His mom was in the tower on 9/11, later died of cancer, but she died like 5-6 years before 9/11.
Doesn't it sound like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode or something? Where
Right.
he finds out if you were a part of an American tragedy, you get like first in line in the buffet or something. So he starts saying that he was in all different things.
He said he worked for Goldman Sachs. He never did. So he said, well, I didn't work directly with them. Well, then I worked for Chase. I didn't work directly with them, but I give them money. Sometimes they give me money. If that's not working,
Listen, I practically work for Chase. I have a card where after hours I could put that in the door and go in because I'm a member.
He made up that he not only went to Baruch College, he was the volleyball star. And he crushed Harvard and Yale, and they never played Baruch. Never mind, he never went to that college, period. A video of him dressing in drag. Well, you can't say you did that because a talking point of the Republicans is drag people fucking with our children by going into schools and be entertaining when they read a book. So he's got to deny that video also. But right now he is done. Not that he did, but he's done. It's like when you catch a kid doing something and they won't admit they did it. It's like, look, I got to move on with my life. I'm a grown adult. Don't do it again. You didn't do it, but you're in big trouble if you do it again.
It's kind of like probation.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we're not putting you in this jail, but we will because you totally didn't do it before.
I learned my lesson, he says. On what? I don't know, because he didn't lie, but he learned his lesson. He said, I can guarantee you that from now on anything, everything is always going to be above board. He wants to keep his job. After months of damaging disclosures that he lied to about almost every aspect of his life, he asserted that he has been, quote, largely above board. It's largely always been above board, things I said.
He's
I'm
already
just going
lying.
What's that?
He's already lying.
Yeah. But he's going to go the extra step now to double check and cross-reference everything.
Dot the T's.
Yeah.
Cross the periods.
Right.
Am I getting it right? I think I'm getting it right. Like he's getting it right.
The new remarks came as federal prosecutors started investigating Santos for allegedly scamming a New Jersey veteran out of donations earmarked to save the life of his service dog. Yeah, he did a GoFundMe, made $3,000, saying it's going to help a service dog, and he just kept the money. The dog ended up dying. So that's what, of all things, that's what making people look into him. You know what? I should have double checked. Was my mom in 9/11 towers? And I didn't cross-reference if it even happened. And my grandparents, were they in the Holocaust or fine in Brazil? I didn't cross-reference per se. And now I'm just going to double check because we all make mistakes.
If I double check closely, I would have recognized that they went to Holocaust, Kentucky. And that's different. Like there's a main street in a lot of places. I should really cross-reference.
I'm not going to embarrass you and tell you why you have it wrong that I wasn't lying. But I'll just double check, make things clearer in the future. These other things, we just got to move on because we can't get stuck in the past. Really reminds me of my dad. And so did this story that I came across. It's an Am I the Asshole? And it's the guy that's writing this is the shocking part to me. He asks, am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as a pilot?
What does that mean? Is that like in Seinfeld when the guy made everyone call him Maestro?
Yeah.
What do you call a pilot? Doctor?
At first, you think it's the woman goes, hey, dinner's ready. It's like, dinner's ready, Captain would be nice. I think I earned it.
Oh, is it Captain? He wants to be called Captain?
It's even worse.
Wait, hold on. Are they already married or you said girlfriend?
They're married. They're married.
They're married and did he just become a pilot? All right, keep going.
They're married for 5 years. Let's see. Sorry. Together for 5 years, married for 2. They don't have kids.
Okay.
I need the opinions of you guys and the opinions of AV geeks and pilots on a matter involving my wife. All caps. I am completely serious and I need help.
You're already yelling. Okay.
My wife and I have an amazing, happy relationship.
Ugh.
I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of a breakup or divorce.
Wait, so you're still together?
This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I've worked as a manager at a restaurant chain. I am extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I have spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, simulation gear, even built my own A330 setup, a large airplane. Military uses them a lot. I've never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I have considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept as possible, more knowledgeable than even the average pilot.
Is this your dad?
It seems it, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
With 4 degrees. I don't think he was pleased. My mom never called him a doctor.
Right.
That being said, here's where the problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' house for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020, a lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home.
I already don't like this. I already don't like this because he said male coworker. And I wonder what that has to do with a barbecue.
I had assumed she talked about me before, but as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchange casual conversation, and Greg, the host, asked what I do for a living, and my wife chimes in with, quote, he manages a, and then in brackets, insert fast food chain. So McDonald's or this kind of thing. It certainly comes with some benefits, she said. I'm assuming she's referring to free food. She said it in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said. That's what he does. He's a manager at McDonald's.
That's what it sounds like.
I very quickly corrected her and told her
because actually he's a policeman. In fact, he did some work yesterday when the police called him on the phone and said one of his employees stole something. He did a switch. He works with the police almost daily. It's pretty impressive.
Let's see. I very quickly corrected her and told him that I am a pilot.
Oh,
he's a manager at McDonald's. No, honey, no. I'm a pilot.
Oh no.
And she's like, oh, okay. Okay.
Wait, like, do you wait a beat or do you go to the hospital right away?
I guess you just go, who wants a drink? I'm going to go and you could talk to my pilot.
Right. You know, I'll have what he's drinking.
Right. And then shoot yourself in the face right at the party. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd rather be introduced by my hobby.
Oh,
well, hey, by the way, Keith Malley here, porn star. No, I'm a podcaster. It's okay. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 plus hours and in simulations and the thousands of dollars that I spent on my craft. Again, he never flown in his life.
Oh no!
I never even went to a school before you get on the runway.
Oh my God! I'm a lawyer. I have argued several times in my life, some near court.
I think it is incredibly disrespectful for her to not acknowledge my skills and training.
Oh my God!
Yeah, just because I don't have the title of pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot. I think it does. I think that's exactly what it means.
You think that piece of paper is overpriced?
Let me tell you the times I visited WebMD. Dr. Malley here.
Well, our listeners are chiming in with what they do for a living. Mimi Cherry. Oh, well, then I'm a fine artist and a chef and a master baker. We have seen her cook and bake on Wednesday nights in our chat a lot. Here's Hunter chiming in. He now has the title of richest man in the world. So that's
he
good.
He studied Forbes. I laughed it off with Greg, the host, told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful. First of all, the zing there is funny. Then you know what? She sometimes forgets I'm actually an airplane pilot. She forgets that sometimes. I fucked around McDonald's, but she forgets I'm a pilot.
But totally be cool with her being on your equipment. She'll remember everything at work.
Right.
She forgets I'm a pilot. It's just something kooky.
I don't want to embarrass her, but she kind of forgot. I fly airplanes.
But I never flew, but I can.
Then he writes, I laughed it off with Greg, told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, and in parentheses, which I'm sure he's realized just from working with her. You know how she is around the office. It's probably the same. She forgets I'm a fucking pilot. I'm surprised she shows up at 9. He seemed to brush it off casually. Yeah, because what are you going to do? Look into it more? Sounds good. No further questions.
I really would be worried. Like, is this how he normally talks? Mimi Cherry saying, oh my God, divorce him ASAP.
Of course.
Check the brain, scan something. There's got to be an MRI for this. What is happening?
Get your kids help. Maybe they can fuck with their brains that they're young in case some DNA is in there.
Luckily, they didn't have kids.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I thought these people
Right?
didn't
Oh,
have
no
kids.
kids, no kids. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah.
I'm forgetful. Me and the woman.
Keith, I'm a podcaster.
I believe you. At this point, I'm fuming, but I don't go much further than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. Oh, that's fun for
He's
everybody she works
exchanging.
with.
Oh my God.
As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. So he had to bring it up. She just wants to die. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as a pilot because I'm not professional. She didn't even say it that way. He goes, I'm a pilot. And she's like, what the fuck? You're not a pilot. That's how she said it. No, you're not. Not, honey, the reason I don't believe, I hope this wasn't a discussion. I hope she just said, hey, you're not a pilot. Shut the fuck up. And I'm begging your friend tonight. I'm going to bang him hard. She feels as if I don't deserve my title because I'm not a professional. Can you imagine? And she's surprised that my pilot skills never paid rent. But anyway, I told her she is completely insensitive to the work I've done and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. She'll never know. She's a senior software tech, but she'll never know. She's currently on the couch as I type this. Am I really the asshole for asking to be respected?
She's currently on the couch, meaning this lazy bitch has time off from not being a pilot. That's weird because look at me. I'm still studying on the computer with you guys. Now, I ask you, is this cuckoo-ness new or has he always been like this?
You think he says he's a pilot, you fall in love, you get married, and then you go, oh, you're not a pilot.
They've been together for 5 years and he's been studying this for a good chunk of time, right? So he wasn't a pilot. Oh my
God. Hey, we have to go I can't go out tonight. I'm finishing up some training. Okay.
But that's fine. I will take if I have an aviation question, I might listen to him. I might. But I'm cross-referencing like Santos, I'm making sure. But I can't even tell it would you even pass the test?
Give him, you know what I would do if I was her? Get the test somehow. There's got to be even if it's not 100% legit, you got to be able to get it to practice. Give him the fucking test online.
Oh my God. Grease a flight attendant next time you're on a plane. Pretend like something's going down and they found out, don't say it over the loudspeaker, but go, hey, we really need you in the cockpit. Can you just quickly show us your license and you can help us save this plane?
Is there a pilot in the house?
Yes.
Big Black Delta says men will literally learn how to fly before going to therapy. So true.
That's
so true.
So great. That is so great.
Can you imagine you have a husband that pretends he's a pilot and you should say that at parties? Well, I hope they don't ask your wife a follow-up. What airline does he mostly work for?
Right.
He probably has one. JetBlue. Honey, it's Delta. You know that. Am I the asshole? She knows that I collect points on Delta. She made me look stupid saying JetBlue.
Oh my goodness. Oh, guys, look at the bar. The bar is low. Look at it. She is a professional woman bringing her partner to a work event. You know how easy it is to dazzle at your partner's work event?
Right.
You go in the corner, you say as little as possible. You go, that's interesting. How long have you done that? And that's it. You don't eat like a mess. You try to eat slow. You chew a lot more than you usually do. And you go home.
Can you pick up the clothes? Oh, I actually have to perform on a movie set tonight. What? Yeah, I'm an actress. I've watched so many movies. I gotta be ready if they call
now,
me.
Keith.
Yeah, I would think so. A priest in, I believe it was Michigan, says that he had a heart attack. During the heart attack, he died, and he went to hell. He was surprised. He thought all his good works would send him to heaven, but he went to hell.
Keith, are you just reading your dad's computer? Did you just get a hard drive or something in the mail? What is going on?
See, you would think all these stories I have, you would think my dad would find friends and everybody just plays dumb and hangs out with each other. Well, okay, you're a pilot. Well, you're a prince, okay? And you're like, why couldn't he find these jerk offs? You know, I've seen it. You know, I know prisoners talk to each other. It's like, you know, I'm innocent. Like, yeah, okay. Well, you know, I'm innocent. Yeah. Let's just play dumb.
Ping pong, anyone?
Yeah. The priest died, had a heart attack, went to hell. He's fine now, spoiler. But he saw demons singing Rihanna's Umbrella and Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy to torture people.
Oh,
And
no, he just came out. That's the weirdest way to come out.
You think it's just a gay thing? He says, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Ella, that's the worst Satan has. Sign me up.
Wow, he's saying not the way the demons do it. He says, it's proof that popular music is the devil's attempt to control people on earth.
Oh, here we are. Fun fact. Go ahead.
The priest claims he temporarily died during a heart attack, went to hell. Demons were singing karaoke to torture him. My spirit left my physical body. I was as opposed to going up to heaven, I thought I went down. I went literally into the center of the earth. He says that's where hell is.
Okay, wouldn't he be more concerned that he's getting sent to hell and maybe he has to do some stuff?
Like, it blew me away, he says. He says it blew him away.
Well, that's the part that, what do we need here? A Hail Mary or a lot of Hail Marys?
It baffles me to this day, he said.
This is your dad.
There was a section in hell where music was playing. It was the same music we hear on the earth, but opposed to entertainers singing it, demons were singing it. Remember when my dad caught me singing the popular song by Motley Crue? I'm Jewish. Anybody doesn't know, I'm vacuuming. I have headphones on. I'm saying, when I get high on speed. My dad rips out the cord. He goes, I know what you were singing. I'm like, no, this song's not about drugs, actually. They're sober now. They're talking about literally skydiving from an airplane, driving fast in a funny car. He goes, no, that's not what you sang. I'm like, what was I singing? He goes, you sang, I'm Jewish. I'm like, what?
Maybe
you got to find this Michigan priest. You got to find this Michigan priest and make friends because I can't relate to you.
Maybe this priest went to a really fun club and is now trying to like cover it up by going like, oh, I had this weird dream. Like, oh, that's weird because you were at this club. Oh my God, was I sleepwalking? That's so weird. I'm glad I told you about the story ahead of time.
There was a section in hell where music was playing. It was the same music we hear on earth, but opposed to entertainers singing it, demons were singing it.
No, demons usually sing it. Matthew says my feeble mind could not comprehend this story.
Well, up here, you can listen to music to get over a breakup like Don't Worry, Be Happy or Umbrella. But down there, every lyric to every song is to torment you.
I think he just had the radio on. They pretty much play the same song and then 3 commercials over and over again.
Despite living his life as a man of God, he said he was stunned when he was denied entry into heaven and instead plummeted down to earth's core. I thought I was going upward because I thought I'd done so many good deeds in my lifetime and helped so many people and made so many decisions that were godly decisions.
Looks like you were wrong.
Yeah. He said, though, the bizarre experience should serve as a warning to those who choose to enjoy chart toppers instead of hymns and prayers.
What did I do? You're the one who went to hell and you're a priest. What kind of chance do I even have?
As well as being forced to listen to fan favorite hits in his fiery inferno, he also claimed to have witnessed the gruesome scene of a man being burned alive. That part's true, too.
Just make the playlist or don't. You don't have to share it on Facebook.
The things that I saw were indescribable. It makes me emotional. His eyes were bulging, and worse than that, he was wearing chains on his neck. It was a demon that held a chain.
I want a new drug.
My God. I picture him kind of like the pilot. I picture this guy at a party. And he's like, what do you want to know about it? I'm like, I got everything. They teach us Rihanna on earth and we'll fall for it and like it so it can be used against us by demons in hell. I think I get it. I get it.
That sounds like what the Bible meant. Yeah, that sounds good.
On earth, a lot of the lyrics in music are inspired by demons. People come into contact with demons who give them lyrics for the purpose of controlling people on earth.
That's true. Remember Row Row like a Dungeon Dragon? That was scary.
The root of it is that although I did good and gave a lot to people, the thing that I had in my heart, this is why he went to hell. You ready? He had unforgiveness towards people that did him wrong.
Oh, he was too good.
Yes, he was too good.
That's
Well,
what
he
takes
tried
you
to.
to
He
hell.
couldn't help it. He still felt that the people hurt him, a natural thing, and he's got to learn to let that go.
You know what? I think he has a great pop song in his heart. He should start writing because he sounds like a demon.
That's my experience with hell. It is a real place. God doesn't send people to hell. People send themselves to hell.
Oh, look at all the lessons I'm learning. Thank you.
You'd think that'd be a follow-up, but nobody wants one when they're around him. Believe me. Yeah, okay. We send ourselves there. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Sounds good. Okay. Here's a story of a woman in this is in Germany. She wanted
Wait,
to
hold
fake.
on 1 second.
Yes. We're holding on 1 second, folks.
Is it still recording?
Yes, it is still recording.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's no red on my side. Okay,
Don't worry
I just wanted to
about
make
it.
sure.
Don't worry
And
about
I'm
it.
fine.
We're just going to hope for
Everything's
the
fine.
best. If not, then this is just for us. A
Here we
woman
go.
had been missing in Germany. She was faking her own death. The way she did it is on Instagram. She found a lookalike and killed the lookalike, hoping that the cops think that's her dead and she can live her life however she wants without debt, I assume.
I'm sorry. Did I just hear you?
A woman had been missing, found a lookalike on Instagram, killed her along with her boyfriend. Boyfriend helped in order to stage her own death and start a new life.
So her and her boyfriend had a great idea. We find someone that looks like me, right?
Mhm.
And we kill her, say that it's me. Where did they put the body? How? Oh, it's just on Instagram. No. What?
The pair have been, they discovered what was going on. Of course, they figured out this wasn't the other girl and they found the original girl. I can confirm that, says the police spokesperson, that the accused 23-year-old female obviously planned to start a new life due to family problems. Investigations revealed contact to several young ladies during a period of a few weeks. So she was looking for people that looked like her. She reached out to many people. Hey, let's you seem fun. Let's get together. Finally, a woman said, "Okay, let's meet up and get together." And then they stabbed this woman they met on Instagram. It's funny we look alike. Should we grab a meal?
Wow.
Together with the 23-year-old male, she's 23, also the murderer. They picked her up, carried out the planned murder. The woman was stabbed to death and found by the parents of So they killed her in the woods, stabbed her in the woods, then put her back in her own car.
Back in the people who killed her's car, right? Because it's supposed
No.
to be-
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's supposed to be her. Right. So is the right.
Oh, so
Yep.
they're like, well,
That's
we
the
have to give
genius
up the
plan, of
car
course.
because I died in it. But then but then they have to give up the payment also. So it's like, oh, this is how you get out of a lease.
The suspects came up with the plan to search online for a woman who looked similar to the German Iraqi, kill her, and place her in such a way that the corpse would be mistaken for the subject. So yes, they would look at the license plate, and not check the teeth or the fingerprints.
And no one at the funeral will know.
Right.
It's like they must have sounded so smart to each other, right? Because in order to agree with this, you have to be excited by this other person's idea. And they had to keep yes-anding this in order. And yeah, so they're just like, this is their project. You know how like everybody else is like, did you do the dishes? No, I'm finding someone to murder so you can get out of the thing. Remember,
Right.
we said we were prioritizing this. The dishes can wait.
Here's a Seattle woman's story. She arrived home to her house. She saw that a window was broken. So she calls police. She starts looking around her house. Oh, actually, she waited for police. Police came.
Okay,
The police are like, come on out. So they start searching the house. Nobody's coming out. The guy was found in the bathtub, alive, in the bathtub with water, with all his clothes on. They assume he was there to rob the place. Who knows why he was in the tub? I know why. I think he went in, was about to start robbing. The woman came home. He didn't, he's like, oh, fuck, I'm caught. Fill up the water, take a bath with your clothes on. You're nuts.
Oh my God.
Where am I? You're in a bathtub with my
genius.
clothes on. This makes no sense. I need help.
Holy shit, you are so right. Because I heard, as soon as I heard he's in the bathtub and with all his clothes on, I'm like, ah, poor baby. He like probably doesn't know where he is. Holy shit, that's genius.
Right? Just that if you're
Yeah,
about to get caught, just act like you're fucking batshit.
that's so much better than murdering your not doppelganger.
Right. She thought she'd get away because nobody could pronounce it. 27-year-old burglary suspect was arrested. Yeah, if it looks like you're gonna get caught, just start licking the floor. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I'm licking floors.
Honestly, great idea. Great
Yeah.
idea.
I thought this was interesting. Ant-Man, he's not real per se. He's a Marvel superhero. Paul Rudd plays him. Scott Lang.
Can I just know, did he get bit by an ant?
He got bit by an ant when he was a kid. No, that's just his name because his suit can turn him into the size of an ant.
Oh. So like it's just shrinkage.
It's shrinkage, and he can make himself giant with the same technology.
But he never looks like an ant.
But he does not look like a physical ant. He looks like a person, but he's just the size of an ant.
And his outfit is never ant-like?
No, correct. Well, did they give him
Does he borrow some decor from Ant? Like, it's like, why do I feel like I should call you Ant-Man when I look at his suit?
He can ride on an ant.
Oh.
And he had he's friends with ants, and no joke, he can control ants. Now, why they didn't make the suit so he can control dogs and shit, I don't know, but he can control a bunch of ants if he wants.
Ants can do a lot. Have you seen them work?
I've seen the movie Ants, and they're very, very strong, it seems.
Is the suit like brown or red? Because ants are mostly like black, brown, red.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds a little silly, but it's supposed to be for kids, right?
It's funny that the scientists, you know what, even Spider-Man, whenever they have these powers or figure out how to acquire these powers, they also happen to have great fashion sense and could make a skin-tight suit and good-looking armor, and everything's the right colors.
Also, once you turn into a superhero, your body gets perfect for that kind of leotard. That's interesting.
Right. Well, they're putting out a book that's a real book that you can buy. And it's Scott Lang, the fake character, and it's called Look Out for the Little Guy. And it's going to be an autobiography.
By Ant-Man, supposedly?
About the Ant-Man's life, yeah.
Oh my God, I love this.
I already ordered it. I'm into it.
You're going to read for this?
I don't see how it wouldn't be funny, and I'm going to guarantee there's not going to be big words, no pun.
So you're just scared of reading because there might be a big word?
Sure. I don't know. I don't read. I don't know what I'm scared of. No, I'm scared of being bored. Like when I watch a movie, worst case, you wasted 2 hours. If I'm 3/4 into a book that sucks, I can't quit. Now it's 3 months later and I blew it. So yes, this book, I think I have 10 books in my house total.
Wow, this should be interesting if the thing that gets you into reading is the fake autobiography of an Ant-Man.
Yes, it could.
No, it sounds totally legit.
I don't think he's going to really teach me the technology of turning into an ant. It'll be more
There's a lot to be taught from little people. I think you'll learn.
He said, let's see. It's a real book. You can actually buy it. It's not the first in-universe book, this article says, that Marvel has published. They had Black Panther's Wakanda Files. But you know what? That's like a coffee table book. It's one of those pictures for the movies, and they make up technology or stuff. This looks like a real book. It seems very exciting.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're going to be disappointed just like you are by everything else. But I'm glad that you were able to conjure up this much excitement for something. You actually think you might like it.
I do.
Wow.
So it's up to this book to represent the whole book community.
Okay, so we're either going to hear angry thoughts about it on the marathon or pleasurable thoughts.
It doesn't come out until September. So
Mm.
right now, we're just in the excitement stage.
And
then
you
it'll be a
ordered
nice
it already.
surprise. What's that? Yeah, I ordered it already. Of course.
Wow.
Of course. I need an early copy. The fake memoir tells the story of how Ant-Man went from being an ex-con divorced dad to a world-saving superhero. The new movie of Ant-Man comes out next week. Bruce Banner even wrote something. He said on the book introduces the man behind the hero and the hero I call friend. So they got the Hulk's sign of endorsement. So that's good.
Okay, now that's what the humor in the book is going to be like. Did you appreciate that cute wink?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you might like this. I'm
Yeah.
really nervous for you, but that's exciting, I think, in the Keith Malley life.
Well, Matthew here is reminding me, I see, of the last time I tried to read. I was at the bookstore. They had the bell jar, and I go, all right, this is classic. Let's see. I open it up. It was a queer, sultry summer. I'm like, it was a queer summer. The end. So now I'm going to give books a second chance here. So it's exciting.
Just like the word queer got.
KeithandTheGirl.com/forums. Best new guest. The finals are up right now that you can vote for. 9 people, cut down from 25 new guests of 2022. We're down to the final 9. Fahim Anwar, Dave Ross, Aaron McGuire, Kirsten O'Brien, Tom Delgado, Ali Colbert, Katie Hannigan, Liz Scher, Jeff Sheen. So make sure you get your vote in, and while you're there, make sure you voted for, all the other categories: saddest, shocking, most shocking, most goofiest, blah blah blah.
Right. Oh yeah, you got to vote, and you got to listen to that episode. Also, make sure that your favorite new guest gets that vote. Even when they don't win, it's nice to see that you got voted for, and I do think they check. So,
right.
Give a little.
Most shocking moment is still too close to call. It's almost tied. The story between a mom asking her daughter to deliberately have a stillbirth so that her mom isn't alone in the ground is pretty neck and neck with the Malley suck off dad's thumb.
Oh my God. Both of them. It's such a visceral response, and I know both stories.
Yeah. Personally, I would rather have been asked to have a stillbirth deliberately than live with my father, but the audience, as it always is. This Saturday's marathon. It's the last time we're going to be able to tell you on this podcast. Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube. Hit that bell reminder so that you don't forget. 3 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday, February 4th. 24 hours, over 50 of your favorite comedians. Have you had a stress dream yet, Kinda?
No, not yet. I don't want to jinx it, but things are working out pretty well. I do want to say that we are taking emails. If you want us to give advice during the marathon, send your advice questions to info@keithandthegirl.com. Also, I want to give a little bit behind the scenes quickly. Pick a time, 2 a.m. Okay, 2 a.m. on the marathon. Danny Vega comes in, Frank Conniff, Zara Norbach, then Marga Gomez, Billy Wayne Davis, Craig Klein, Murph Meyer, Andy Kindler. That's starting 2 a.m. I think I just got to 4 a.m. You got to be there or be square. It's on our YouTube channel. Make sure that you're subscribed, and make sure that you share this with people. It's going to be, I don't know what it's like on the weekend by you, but it's going to be 9 degrees here. So stay in, grab some hot chocolate or whatever your drink is, and yeah, let's do this.
There you have it. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks for spreading the word. Thanks for hitting those like buttons wherever you see our podcast. That's a big deal. It all adds up. And we'll see you this weekend.